always smiling. He's always got that positive attitude. The biggest question is who's going to man the grill during our potlucks and other events, burgers and brats. I'm not sure we'll be up to the same set of standards that we're used to, but I think we'll find a way to get by there. But as we know, all good things must come to an end, and we're all very happy for Dennis. We wish him well as he moves on to his retirement, and he certainly has earned it, based on the time that he spent here and all that he's done for the city. Before we go on any further, though, we have a few gifts for Dennis, and there are several departments. Hopefully they are represented here and can come up and present those gifts to them. Just kind of some tokens of our appreciation for Dennis. So I think we'll start with the city clerk's office. And if you want to get started.
Don, what's his name? Don, who's the guy? Rich Little and Don, Rose. Don Rose.
I'm not really good.
Is this how
This is actually for Dennis and Judy. Even though you're moving to Columbia County, you can still work for me as an election official. Official survey, deposit forms, and the oath of office should be every year for November, so we expect you to sign up. Will you send in the survey?
I am not always the quickest to get back on some of these things. I will put them on my piles.
Dennis's office is clearer than mine. As you know, we like our food in the clerk's office, and we share with the building inspection, vice versa. So we came up with a poem for you. You're invited to the clerk's office whenever you want, where the buffet is always open. We eat when we're happy, we eat when we're sad, we eat when we're lonely, even when we're mad. We measure our portions, we're careful with our choices, but nothing we do seems to quiet the voices. The food calls to us, it whispers in our ear, come and eat me, it says, there's nothing to fear. So it'll be at the clerk's office food table, year-round, between 8 and 4:30, whenever you want to come. Bring your own plate. Silverware. Dessert plate. And drink. And your lunch bag.
All right, I believe assessing. Debbie, are you here?
We all know how Dennis likes to vacation in Hawaii, so we made him a pineapple. Now, grandkids you can eat it, and then underneath is something to celebrate. So please enjoy, and that's from assessing.
I'd like this song.
Yeah, I know.
Sveta? That was something from the library as well.
I hardly ever hear from her.
Well, as Dennis says, he hardly ever hears from us. And I don't know who I'm going to write tickets out to anymore, but hopefully, yes, exactly, Chad. Chad and I have become very good friends. But here's something to continue to remind you of the library and our demands. You can open it now and read it out loud. But not the card, but what's inside. It looks fancy.
I've got a list of books of mine. I got a little chance, Paul Harvey is still here, right? Yeah, I've got a list of books. I asked my wife, I just told her, I got to get these books that you had before. So those are the books I've been concentrating on, Paul. All right. A Wisconsin uniform building permit, retired style at 1350 Monroe Drive, Sunbury Public
Mr. Cruz still here? He's gonna come on up.
I got some good stuff.
I hope you didn't bring me anything.
So, I'm going to miss having our conversations in the morning. I come over to, first I like to come over to look at his desk, because it's about as bad as Diane. Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff on it. And usually he's behind it, but he clears it away. We can have a conversation. So we talk a lot about work, sewer laterals, sump pumps, water softeners, vacations, where to go. I went to Maui. We had a great time there. Then it started changing to retirement. You know, a couple of years, when are you going to retire? I go, I don't know, when are you going to retire? And it kind of went on. We talked about vacation some more, and we talked about retiring. Now you're retiring. You're really doing it, right? I mean, you can still...
No.
Okay, so you're really done. All right, you're really done. We've also had conversations about job security. So I'm very thankful to Dennis for the work he does, because it does provide me with job security. And he's given me a lot of stuff over the years. So I want to give him something, just a small token of my appreciation. I want to give him something back. And they're falling off, just like it really does that. You know, it has a stick on it. There's a couple more that fell off.
You are.
All right, who's coming up for building inspection? Doug, Danny, anyone? There he is.
So as the inspection department, of course you all know, we're involved in the construction process of homes and businesses, making sure they're safe, code compliant, the energy systems are tested and working. We also try to make sure that the many properties throughout the city are complying with the zoning and the ordinance requirements. And all of that is important. But probably the greater thing that I've learned from Dennis is working with the residents and business owners of this community, how to resolve challenges together. He always wants to make sure that everyone who is in contact with our department is heard and understood, helped and informed. Dennis, I'm excited for you to be able to retire. You've earned it and deserve it after 26 years of serving this community. You will be missed by this department, the residents, the contractors, and the business owners. And in your travels between Sun Prairie, Saddle Ridge, the many campgrounds, Lahaina, Hawaii, Diane and I want to wish you and Judy the very best in a long, healthy, and active retirement. And in your travels, sometimes, when you get off the main road, start heading down a narrow side road. And that narrow side road is kind of lined with vehicles on both sides. And Judy says, it looks like there might not be enough room for that camper to make it through there. She's probably right. And there is a story. Details. Then we're kind of going through Dennis's office, figured we better start sorting through things a little bit, get stuff organized, and came across this envelope here, certificate of achievements. We thought, let's take a look at that, see what's in there. So one of the first ones we found was in recognition of office storage. It is hereby recognized that through his long career and systematic filing, Mr. currently worn out storage equipment such as filing cabinets, binders, and storage boxes. Another one, Field Tested Award, Dennis W. Allen. This award is given in recognition of testing the Ford Focus for strength and durability without going over the edge. Ford Motor Company Extreme Testing Division.
That's another inside story.
And lastly, going to give you a green card for your retirement. I think we got all the boxes checked. You got your art card, your honey to-do list, bucket list, your relaxation time, the camper's ready to go, and you got the grandkids scheduled. All righty?
I gotta tell you a little side thing on Moody Fair. It's the last day they can't fire me now anyway. This field test focus is, I was out last November out at the Conservancy Point Apartments. They just had the foundation, they just dug the pads in inside the basement for the concrete that's gonna get set on there. And they also dug the elevator pit, and they were putting the sewer in from the street. It was raining like crazy about a week before deer hunting. And so the guy said, well, you can drive right down there, you know, it's a parking garage down there when it gets concrete on. And so I drove down there, and I went around all the pads and stuff, but it was raining like crazy. So I did the inspection with the sewer, the big sewer ladder, that's big goes in there. And on the way back, way out, you couldn't turn around with all these pads, so I just thought I'll just back out the way it came in. But because of the rain and that ground not being really frozen yet, it cracked away, but it hadn't really went in, but it cracked by the elevator pit was about from the top of this beam to a hole, and that hole had about 3 or 4 feet of water in all the rain. And lo and behold, when the Ford Focus went by that area, that cracked ground gave in, and I was setting in, if this is how the car sits regularly, you know, folks, the Ford Focus was setting in there like this. I'm not kidding you. The guys told me, open the windows, you're going in there, and you're going to have to get out, you know, so I opened the windows, and we got a Bobcat hooked on the front of it. And I don't want to call back to the office. But the guy had a Dodge truck up on top. He said, hey, let me get my Dodge truck, and we'll hook on the back. So the Bobcat was going to hold my front end from going down in and having to make a really bad story to our mayor and city administrator. Anyway, you know what? We got it out, and it, you know, geez, what did it rip loose on the bottom, you know, transmission lines, brake lines, so I had brakes. So I went and got it washed right away. That Ford Focus has not missed, JR isn't in here, is he? That Ford Focus has not missed a beat. And I'm not a real Ford lover, but I'll tell you, that is a good car.
Has a few things as well, but before that are there any other departments that, here we go, Janet, come on up. Does anybody else line up over there?
Okay, thank you, and happy retirement, Dennis. I have something I'd like, you can have that and open that at your leisure. This other envelope I would like you to open up and share with the crowd on behalf of the Recreation Department. So open that up and share with them what we have given you.
Swimming lessons.
Oh no, something better than that.
I'm not a good swimmer. It says lifeguards needed. Are you looking for fun and flexible summer job? Then lifeguard may be for you. Apply now for a summer lifeguard position at the Sun Prairie Family Aquatic Center. Full-time summer lifeguards work 35 to 40 hours a week. Substitute lifeguards hours vary depending upon your availability and how many hours you want to work. Starting wages are $9 per hour for those with lifeguard certificates, and $10 an hour with the lifeguard certifications plus water safety instructor certification. Current lifeguard certification is preferred, however, we will provide certification training if needed. The Family Aquatic Center is open June 4th to August 24th. It was such a short time, I don't know.
Dennis, there is more to that, if you want to take a look at the
Oh, boy.
other
My
pieces.
gift certificate from the City of Sun Prairie Recreation Department is certified, the certificate entitles Dennis Allen, 1 Red Cross lifeguard certification course fee. But there's no expiration date, maybe.
Yeah, so you can take us up on that offer anytime.
I might. I don't think I was actually, you know, being here at that time to be a part of that whole thing being built, and it was really pretty good working with the Vogel Brothers contractors, and you know, Bob Hollingsworth, Dave Burbach, and stuff. I see Dave at continuing code class. We still talk and everything, and so there were some challenges there, but it turned out in one of the first ones in the area, and I still think it's just a great asset to the city of Sun Prairie. So the other day, what was it, last night when you went by? You guys, this is your class.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's a new opportunity for you, Dennis, and we hope you take us up on it. And if not, enjoy your retirement.
Okay, very good.
All right, Brenda.
She made a mistake in retirement. I need my
Yeah.
job back.
Sorry, reject. Years ago, when I first started, we were doing something called assessment centers for department heads, and Dennis was gracious enough to be involved in several of those. So it was a day-long event in which we put candidates for department head positions through all of these exercises. And in those exercises, I had role players that I picked from non-union positions, just trained them to be role players. And over the years, we've had some excellent roles that individuals played. And I want to tell you a little bit about the one Dennis played. So in 2006, Dennis was asked to play a president of Lampton Textiles. He was supposed to be known as Harold Montgomery. And what made this interesting is Dennis put his all in that role. What he did, he gave himself a nickname. He was Monty. Not only that, he made business cards. I have 3 of his business cards from 2006. So I know I've given awards to some of the actors over the years, and I think in this one, he should get an Oscar. Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, anybody else?
Oscars, don't make me say something.
Give your chance. All right, building maintenance.
So, my story, so it's told, mainly involves Eddie Beowulf, which a lot of you guys remember. I started back here in '95, and not right away, I didn't work for Dennis, but he was right there. I was, knew who he was, but I started as working for PD. And shortly after that, I started for building maintenance. And I met Dennis, and he right away gave me a chance. He's like, "You're a young punk kid, but you'll learn." So I always listened because I was afraid of him. But, shortly after that, starting for building maintenance, I had a boss named Jay Parker, and then I went to Eddie Beowulf. So I'm working with Eddie Beowulf, and I get called off on a different job, and I get a hold of Dennis, and Dennis is like, "I need you to come back to City Hall." Eddie's stuck in the chiller again. Apparently Eddie liked to crawl in the cooling tower here at City Hall, and he kind of would get himself stuck sometimes. So I would have to crawl in there and get him out. Also, right about that, I got my license to drive. a 69 Camaro. And Dennis told me, do you really think that's a good idea, Chad? It wasn't. A week later, I didn't have a license anymore. Dennis asked me to drive the city vehicle to another building, and I said, I can't. He says, you lost your license, didn't you? Yep. So there's a million stories I have like that, but I just want to say, and it's been said, the knowledge, and you guys all know that, the knowledge that this man has, I hope to just take a fraction of it, and none of us probably ever will have as much as what's stored up in there. But we appreciate what you have lent to us. We thank you for everything. Appreciate it.
Well, I gotta add, I'm always not true for words, or I can kind of whatever. Thank God Eddie Barrel person stuck in the chiller now. I don't know if he's getting there, Chad.
All right, so the planning department has a few items as well. First of all, yes, we want to give you this because we know your new place. You've got your boat, you've got your boat slip, you're going to be on the lake, so we figured you're going to need this. So why don't you wear that for the rest of the event here. There's your hat for you, and you can have the lures. And then we've got two items here. The first is, and the planning department's going all out, so. So we have here a gift certificate. Ski Louisiana. It's your time now. Enjoy an all-expense paid vacation for you and your family to the snow ski resort of your choice in the great state of Louisiana. Enjoy 5 days of lift tickets, equipment rental, 2, maybe 3-star lodging, meals that include shrimp, valet service, and clean underwear. So your ski passes, it's signed by the planning department. Then the fine print on the bottom here, this offer is non-refundable, non-transferable, and valid through the 2015 ski season. So, there you go, you've got that.
These are planners.
And then we also have a final certificate of occupancy for you dated today. It's permit number 201608001. If it means anything to you. Project description, 2-story single-family retirement. This certifies that the above individual substantially complies with the provisions of the ordinances of the City of Sun Prairie and may be excused to enjoy a most excellent life. A copy of their certificate shall remain with this individual. Listed below are any remaining conditions that still need to be satisfied. Do anything you want. Enjoy time with family, travel, wingsuit into the van, fix the flashing clock on the VCR, place a political sign into the public right-of-way in a different way. Go to Subway with the Dalai Lama and have him make you one with everything, and live in good health and happiness. Approved and signed by Scott Kugler, the Director of Community Development, as of today. Future improvements to structures or property must be approved by Judy prior to the start of the project. Then we also have something for you to open at your leisure, a little card and token of appreciation from employees here. So at this point, before I finish up, Aaron, did you want to say a couple words? Nope, something there you guys need.
I always wanted to give it back already. So I just wanted to thank Dennis for his service to the city. Thank all of you for coming out. It's great to see the current employees and many former employees. I think as I see Paul Everett in the back was the first person I talked to about coming to work in Sun Prairie. He was up in Howard by where I was at. So it was always great to see all the support here. I wanted to, Chad mentioned how much knowledge Dennis has, which is true, but it's the heart that always impresses me all the time, how the way of treating people, the way of working with people. I always know the good department heads because they're always the ones that you fear all the time of disappointing. That as they're looking up to you, you're looking up to them, and you're hoping that as you're leading the organization with them on board, that you never disappoint them. So those are the ones that I always have the deepest relationships with, and the ones that I learn the most are the ones that are, they're emotionally invested, that their heart is all in it, they give anything to the city, anything that you've ever asked them to do, they would do. And so that's the type of person you are, Dennis. There's a lot of knowledge there, but there's a lot of heart there. And so it's been an amazing 4 years to work with you. So,
One thing that I've enjoyed here with these 3 events, soon to be 4 events that we're having to celebrate Dennis's retirement, is all the former employees that think enough of Dennis to come back to these events. And I don't know that I can name everyone, but maybe everybody can stand up. Some, those of you that came back to say so long to Dennis. I see Ruth there. I saw Georgia. There's others. So Dennis, it's pretty easy to see that you're going to be missed. It's not going to be the same around here, but like I mentioned, without your smiling face and building all the time, and all you do for our facilities and organization. But we all wish you the best in retirement. You certainly deserve it. But one last thing, I think a career like yours kind of needs to end with a bang. So unless you stop me right now, because this is going to set off a bunch of smoke alarms or sprinklers.
Good dog.
There we go. Thank you everybody for coming. And did you want to say a few words, or
I'm
have
not
you
saying
said?
a few words, because that's probably about how far I'll get. But I will say a few, a little bit of announcement to make some people here that maybe know, maybe don't know, but my wife said she didn't realize how big my office really was. So, it's hard when you can surprise your wife.